Hello, welcome to my tube. Salutations and greetings. My name is Marge. I'm a Hioka empath. I just like having these little talks in the way I feel about things. People aren't talking about how they feel about things, man. That bottles you up. You keep that inside, causes a great disease. Dis-ease. It's the derivative. It's the seed planted of disease. So I decided a long time ago I would just talk about how I felt about things, get them off my chest, get them out of my head, get them out. Reduces the power when thoughts get too big sometimes, makes them smaller if you just say it out loud. I just choose to do it in a public forum is all. So today's been a pretty okay day. I can't believe how fast the days are going. It's pretty wild, you know. It's like we get up at 7, before we know it, it's 10. Holy heck, it's 1. Oh geez, it's 5. That's the day. It's been pretty quiet around here. It's starting to warm up a little bit. We're staying pretty cool. It's important to stay cool. For me, I'm a hothead. I got a temper. I flare, I flash, so gotta keep it even keel. Gotta keep my temperature to not get too hot. And then I was just listening to a talk, Lady to Covenant's page with Victor. No, it's not Victor. I'm wrong. It was Trifon. Trifon is the guy's name. And basically, what the gist I'm getting is this: is we'll see if people have done the work and how much emotional control people have. That's where the real, true power comes. It's not with how much money you have and how much you scare people into doing what you want them to do. That ain't power. That ain't true power. True power, people are going to come to find out, is when the freaking chips are down. What is the character of your content, truly? That's what people are going to find out their true power is. You know? Holding their tongue in that time they need to, or not throwing that punch, or whatever the case may be. We'll see. People are going to see what their true power, if they really step into their true power. I called this talk, it's coming back around. Everybody has all the years are the same. They might vary with the weather and stuff like that, but pretty much the calendar, it's all the same. And yet so many people know that whatever energy you put out, it comes back to you. People know that all day long, right? Oh yeah, karma's gonna get them. They don't realize. A lot of people aren't realizing what energy you're putting out. If you just make people feel bad, if you're creating cognitive dissonance, and to me, that's just being a liar. Saying one thing and meaning another, all that stuff. Tricking people. You're doing all that lower vibrational stuff, trying to dupe people, make people look dumb, make people feel bad. Just all this weird stuff that I see this trend that they're doing. It's coming back around, man. It's coming back around. People aren't going to take so much crap that they've taken before. They're just not. They got used to it with the cell phone. They freaking, they got used to saying whatever they want, which is okay. You can say whatever you want, but might just don't be too surprised if you come across people this week that are gonna freaking dot you in your eye for saying what you want. And think of it is how many people know that are gonna realize, oh shit, I deserve that. I deserve that. So the big eclipse is what, a few days away. I don't look at them anymore. I looked at the one in Salem, Oregon, and now the way I look at it is you see one, you're seeing them all. If I want to see it again, I'll just close my eyes and recall. A lot of people like to get caught up in it. Go watch, look. A lot of the ancients, the old timey stuff says it ain't good to go out in the energy. It ain't good. It's definitely not good for pets, and it's definitely not good for elders. The more sensitive types, yeah, because that's what the turnaround's going to be, though, right? Is everybody's going to care for the people that can't really care for themselves? Is that what the world's evolving into? Is that what it's coming into? Or more and more people buying fifth wheelers and razors and new boats and all that stuff. That's how I can tell the world's changing. The heart space and which people are stepping into. I went down and got a cup of coffee this morning. Went down to the coffee spot and got a dirty chai. It's just nice to be around people. I start to understand why my grandpa used to go down to the grocery store and get a newspaper every day. It's more for the social aspect about it. You keep going enough, you keep seeing the same people, and start having conversations. And the folks that I've been talking to lately are, we believe in the same things. We just don't necessarily might not think that we got here by the same means, but a lot of people are starting to see the outcome as the same. So I don't even know what's going on in the world. Let's see what's going on in the world. I saw on Twitter, old Fauci was getting chewed out, and people were like, "Fire Fauci! Fire Fauci! Fire Fauci!" Dude, that guy's been a scumbag since the freaking AIDS epidemic, man. I just don't understand. It's they pay people off. It's all about money. People have their price. People that care about money, they got a price. I don't care about money. Money doesn't mean shit to me. I get it, so I can appease other people because other people want it for me living my life. That's the only means in which I care about money. So in the world today, I miss Zach. He hasn't really been. I think he's been hanging out in Portland, but he's been busy. So there are a lot of talkers are kind of going within right now. Oh, look at this! Man convicted of raping 8-month-old baby. Wow, it's 10 months, man. That poor. See, that's the thing. Is like all the perverts are coming out, man. I mean, does this kid look okay? Does he look okay? I mean, I'm an empath, so I read people's energy and shit. But I mean, he don't look alright to me. He don't feel right to me. He looks like he's somebody that would do an 8-month-old baby. What the fuck is wrong with people? See, they gotta feel like big men, so they go after tiny holes. Well, guess what? He's gonna help somebody else feel like a big man. In the Hooskow. It's all this stuff coming out, Kitty, kitty! Stanley! Are that you, Stanley? What do you know? Bill Gates. He cheated on his wife. That dude is like a 5'8" nothing little puke. That's the thing, is these people that are in power. I'm like, dude, he's 5'8". He didn't graduate college. He's a total freaking d-bag when he got special time in the computer lab. I mean, he's been a D-bag his whole entire life. And people can perpetuate their D-bag lifestyle. But ultimately, because people like this, their egos are so big, they always do stuff that somebody's going to be like, ooh, dude, too much. Some of them have been doing them their whole, the whole entire time. Mom instilled in me when I was a little tyke that the truth always comes out. The truth always comes out, and people think that they can freaking pay people off, and but there's always us do-gooders in there somewhere that's going to be like, no, we don't care about your freaking money. What we need is you to freaking go to jail, you scumbag. And I know how these freaking VIPs are. I've worked in big companies, man. These freaking VPs, presidents, CEOs, and stuff like that. I remember when I started a job at a company called G4S. Secured Solutions it's a security company. And I remember seeing the freaking CEO. I was riding up in the freaking elevator with this doofus, man. Total doofus, man. It's like, dude, I mean, like, had all the cold weather gear, all the designer shit, freaking, like, you could see this much of his eyes because it was winter in Nebraska, and everybody else is like, sweater and a t-shirt, so. But this guy was just like, fucking dressed like an Eskimo. And just like, but these are the people that freaking make a lot of money for making the important decisions? Really? Really? They're all figureheads, man. These people get paid freaking so much money to do very little. They do. People figured it out yet? Mm-hmm. And you gotta be a part of the club. You got to be a member of the club to play. See, I don't play. I don't play the game, so I don't fit. I don't fit in their world anymore because I no longer respect people for their titles of their jobs because I think about all the disrespectful things that they did to get in these positions. So, retrograde. I haven't had anybody come back around yet. Well, that's not true. I did talk to my 0.5, Jessica, yesterday. That was a trip. Haven't talked to her in probably 2005. 15 years, yeah. A lot of life happened. A lot of life has happened, for her and I. That's the thing is I can see the storyline how I see it. She was told something else because I was trying to tell her a little bit about it, the DNA testing I did. So we were always told we were German, but 9. No German. So, hi kitty. Hi Stanley. He just woke up from his daytime excursion. Come here, kitty. You're not gonna get you. He's not gonna get you. Nope. I said you're not gonna get him, Tuck. Don't make me a liar. Kitty. He's like, I'll be in the bathroom if you need me. I forgot what I was saying. Hi, baby cat. Hi, you want to come say hi? You're such a good cat. All the baby kittens outside. Fucking, there's like 3 cats that have baby kittens. So I'm just glad that they only had I think the most that one of them had was 3. But they're just like, there's like, seriously, the more I'm like, where are they all coming from, man? That's what they need. All these freaking kids these people that are graduating from, veterinary school. How come they don't have mobile units that can just go around in these rural areas and freaking spay and neuter all of them, right? No, you gotta bring them to an office, and you gotta pay the overhead, and you gotta do all this other shit. That's one of them that was out there today. It's great. Because we need more mouths to feed around here, right? I was supposed to be feeding them because because they kill the mouse, but Stan Lee got one in the house after we moved in here. So I'm like, well, we don't really need all these cats outside, right? Because they still got in here. Stan Lee had to get them, huh? Kitty meow. They're cute though. I don't mind. I'm just a passerby. I'm just passing by. I'm just passing through. Just love little critters outside while you got them. You know. I saw this. They're hiring. I don't need a job per se, but I would like to learn. It's veterans and family members. Agriculture and whole health. Notforgottenoutreach.org. It's a farm training program for veterans and family members. That sounds like that would be something kind of fun to do to help pass the time of the days, you know. Took some pictures of some pretty yellow flowers today. The coffee shop. I was looking for some lecithin, but I found powder, so I'm gonna try it. I'm making butter today. So in the next few days, I'll be making cookies. Holy heck, they have these new morsels that has like mini chocolate chips, waffle pieces, and baby marshmallows. Oh my gosh, that's the next kind. But after that, I'm gonna try and make gummies. But they don't have any trays like candy. Those mold things. They don't have those. Like, well, I looked at Wally World. They didn't have them there, and I'm in Taos, so can't imagine there's a lot of candy stores around here. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy just a couple of a few ice trays, and then just fill them up and just make like flat little candies, or maybe little square candies, make them a little bit bigger. Who knows? But I'm pretty excited. I don't think I'm gonna buy the Levo, because I'm gonna try it one time and infuse the coconut oil with the flour, and then I'm gonna try and make the jellies from that. I'm gonna try it. Just gonna see, because freaking people love my cookies, man. So I might as well just, gosh, shoot, dude. They're like, those things are like $300, dude. I'm like, if I could just, although my crock pot that I got in Oregon that I started, it broke. Like the cable we got exposed wires and stuff like that, and that's a fire hazard. So I had another one that I got when I was in Flagstaff, but I only used it one time. So I used that today as like a backup, but I'll get another one. I just prefer the crock pot method is all. I'm old school. I'm pretty old fashioned, So, but I want to make like cinnamon candies and like root beer candies, and just I don't know. Just I was telling the lady at the grocery store at the self checkout. I was like, yeah, I make these can of cookies and I give them to people in the community because they just make people feel good, and she thought that was really cool, and I was share. That's how I was sharing with her the morsel pieces and stuff like that, and I was telling her all the different combinations of different kind of stuff I put in the cookies, and she's like, I could make it. I could make lemon bars. I could do lemon bars. I just use Paula Deen's recipe. The only thing I do different is I add white chocolate chips. I just think about how much it's helped me. And I know that there's a lot of other people in this world that are hurting so much. They're just in so much pain. And I was talking to the guy at the vitamin store today to get the lecithin stuff, because they just had powder. They didn't have liquid, so it might not even work. But I was just like, he was like, the connection between mind and spirit is definitely a lot closer than people think. And that's the thing, is like, people don't, I wonder how many people on this planet don't even acknowledge the fact that they have a spirit, that we're just a soul sack. Our bodies are just a soul sack. That's Luna. She's on the move. She's a pretty lady. She just plopped down on the pillow. We got Benny. We got Tucker over there. He just went. Oh, ta-ta. And Artie's over there. So yeah, I like making eat, because I got nothing else to do to make the time pass. And whatever goodness I put out in the world, it comes back to me. It really does. So it's kind of neat how that works out. So I just keep trying to make people feel better. Because, I mean, well, what are they going to do? Oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate you, you big stupid jerk. You're trying to make me feel better by giving me eatables for free. You know? No. Of course, people have to be of age, 21 years or older. Soon recreation is going to be. I think it's the first of the year when it becomes open in New Mexico, you know. So, and I'm just like, I don't really worried about the police too much anywhere. When I was in Oregon, dude, the chick I rented from, the landlord, she freaking was making edibles for the freaking correction officers at the jail, the jail out there at Salem and stuff like that. I'm just like, dude, you know, that's the thing, is like, most of the time these constables on patrol, they're all about do as I say, not as I do, because I'm a freaking slimy freaking crook too. You know, only they get paid to do it, you know. How many drug raids freaking have happened, and then like product goes home with these officers on patrol, you know? Second lowest test scores in the military. All you needed is a 37 in the entrance exam, and then you go back home and be working your freaking local cop shop and freaking be a dick to all those people that you were a dick to growing up. You know? And then you meet people, it's like, but my dad was a good cop. Or my dad was a good military member. You know? And I'm like, dude, there's no such thing, because if there's so much filth and corruption that is allowed to happen, then either people aren't good at their job or they benefit from the freaking shit happening. So people are starting to figure out that more and more people are benefiting from just living like a scumbag, you know? The human trafficking and stuff like that, it hurts my heart. Hurts my heart. It really does. And it's so easy for these young kids who don't have whose parents sucked, you know? Because it's great that some people had really cool parents. Your parents loved you and took care of you and clothed you and made sure you're fed and stuff like that. Well, that ain't the case for the majority of the people on this planet. I hear stories all the time about how parents want to freaking sell their kids right out of the freaking, you know, their womb, and they don't care if it goes to if the kid goes to a brothel at 3 years old, 4 years old. They don't care if the kid gets sold for spare parts. The parent doesn't care because it's an impedance. Because the child is an impedance. That's twisted to me, man. Then you have the business of buying and selling kids. How many freaking famous kids freaking got to adopt kids from other countries that the kids didn't want to leave their homes. You know? But it don't matter, because if somebody has the money to pay and somebody wants something, they're going to get it. Yeah? Yeah. General Stan Lee. Yeah, I named him after Stan Lee for Stan Lee. And he actually, I put it, you spelled it right, Stanley. You have a rooster named Stanley? That's cool. Mass insanity should be the headlines. It is going to be crazy this week. It is. I felt myself get with this energy this morning. I was like, I had to shake it off. I had to rebuke the freaking wickedness in myself today, this morning, for no reason. I'm just, Marge, you know how this is. Just go out and freaking, do sets. Do sets. So I've been doing sets. I had to take yesterday off and not do sets, because some days I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do any sets today, and I end up doing 8 or 9 sets. That's the sets of 100 with the dumbbell. And then I'm like, okay, you can. That's the thing is when you're full spectrum, you can, I've seen a lot of people do it when it's good to start exercising. They do too much. There's a balance, and people can obsessively, exercise too. So I didn't do any sets yesterday. Today I only did a couple sets. So I want to try and find a couple places to go down by the river and just sit and be, sit next to the Rio Grande. I freaking love that stuff, man. Nature, just being out in nature, it's so grounding for me, and it takes all the freaking static in me, and it just dissipates it. It just does. And lucky for me, my 3D life here isn't too big. I don't have to do much to participate in the freaking mainstream nonsense, all the bullshit that's happening on. There's something, it's kind of weird that they have around here. They have people that like stand on the street corners and sell newspapers and stuff. And and every time I see them, I just think, man, lies! All lies, It's all about the advertising, right? Every now and again, I'll ask myself, Marge, when have any of them ever said anything true? People, it's so funny, I still see it. People talk about left, right, blue, red, Democrat, Republican. I mean, dude, you freaking idiots, man. It is a circle of greed, and we've been played since 1776. And now the energies are coming back around that existed back then. Oh, buddy. Hopefully my eatables will help. They'll help people, Some people have just never found peace. They've never known peace. And I want to help give people peace, because once you know that you can feel it. Once you reach it, it's easier to maintain it. It's easier to grasp it but some people have never ever felt it before, so they don't know how to get there. And then you live in a society where a bunch of people, they're like, I love when people tell me that I'm an empath to the level is like, no, dude, I can't freaking just block other people's emotions and feelings out. Oh yeah, you can. You just turn it off. All you have to do is, put up your borders, your boundaries, and blah, blah. And I'm just like, no, it don't work like that for empaths like me. Unless we raise the vibe. But people are figuring it out. I like how Mike, the peace dealer, is talking about how people are coming into their superpowers and stuff like that. I've always known what my superpowers were. It's just that when you live in a society where other people don't know the power and the strength and the conviction of themselves and what they have to bring to the table in a positive way, because so many people have just lived negatively for so long as a suck. It takes them a while to figure it out, right? We're stepping into an era that we need to be of service to all things and others, whether we like them or not. And I'm saying this to myself too, because I can get just as egotistical, just be like, no, I don't want to do nothing today for nobody else, and it's just all about me, and blah, 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 blah. And then usually those days, there's some sort of happening, some sort of an occasion, some sort of an occurrence that reminds me quickly that this life is not about me. It's a shared experience. And the more positive I can add to other people's lives, stuff comes back. So, I feel pretty hopeful today. I feel pretty good about things today. as we get closer to the eclipse, and this, it's one day at a time, man. It's just one day at a time. Try not to let two people get your freaking, I used to have a sponsor who used to say, you know, uh, you let them push your buttons. Why do you have buttons? And I'm just like, what? What? There are people who don't have buttons? Who are these people? And how did they get rid of their buttons? I have a lot less buttons than I used to have, but still, I still have buttons nonetheless. And it's weird that people like to push. They like to push. They like to get that thing that just is going to get a reaction out of you. So I guess I'll come into my time here pretty quick to see if I've done the work, you know. What I'm trying to do is, like, when I come to a situation and I think I'm going to react instead of respond, I'm going to ask myself, if this person is worth my serenity. I'm going to ask, hey, are you worth my serenity? Are you worth me freaking raising my blood pressure right now? Do I even know you? No. Am I going to convince you or change your mind of anything? Or are you going to convince me or change my mind? Or am I just going to kind of freaking, wish you a good day and be well, and keep the peace? Whew, because someday I'm Aries Sun, Scorpio Moon, Cancer Rising, so these are life lessons that I got to learn too, man. I've been fire for years. Years! Fire! People don't like fire. Unless they need fire. Then they like it, but a lot of people don't. It gets too hot, But I got a lot of air and water in there too, so makes steam. Anyway, wish I had more to report. But actually, any day that's calm and peaceful is a good day around here, I just started off on the wrong foot, but then I freaking adjusted my attitude before too long. So, sitting in my gratitude, all the babies are good, mom's good, she already had her ice cream. It's already freaking 7:30 in the evening. I can't even believe how fast these days go by. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll go out and do something worth talking about. But until then, hope you have a rad evening. Peace. Hi, kitty, 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 Stanley.